Are you happy? We're here to talk about happiness. Because your idea of happiness is different than your idea of happiness is different than my idea. You see, your happy life is the inside job. Now we got a little exercise here. Turn to the person next to you and tell them your happy life is the inside job.
Your happy life is the inside job.
Turn to the person on the other side of you and tell them your happy life is the inside job. You see, nobody can make you happy but you. Thankfully, we all have the power to create our happiness. My goal is to help you achieve happiness and success. So tonight, we're going to explore 3 of the secrets to your happy life.
Woo!
Learn from your mistakes. Don't worry, be happy. Listen to your feelings. So I want to share a story with you. A story about my life. I grew up in the 1960s. A lot of y'all weren't around here. There are a few older folks in the audience. These were very turbulent times. Everybody was militant. Even white boys had afros and dashikis. I was a good student. Both my parents were teachers. At an early age, I learned how to give teachers what they wanted, so they give me what I wanted, which is good grades. It was also a time when it was cool to be rebellious. The bullies, they used to call me all kind of nasty names like geek and 4 eyes. They even called me the N-word, nerd. Being a nerd was not cool. I'm not a nerd, I'm heard. If you spoke good English and you made good grades, the bullies would tease you. You think you better than us. You must think you white. I remember the last time I heard this. Riding the back of the bus to school every day, I started talking to this older woman. She was in the 12th grade, I was in the 10th. I have always liked older women. One day I was walking home from the bus stop, and she told me those words. You talk like a white boy. I'd heard this lots of times before, but I decided this was gonna be the last time. It was time for a change. I wanted to be cool, so I learned to act dumb so I fit in. I went from reading, writing, and arithmetic to sex, drugs, and rhythm and blues. This was a hard habit to break. This bad habit followed me throughout most of my life. I stayed in a lot of situations and way too many relationships trying to fit in. And then one day I was reading a book called Acts of Faith. And I learned that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. A lot of people can't find happiness in their life because they haven't learned how to find hope for their tomorrows. If you want to find hope for tomorrow, stop worrying about the future. There's no reason to worry about it. Don't worry. Be happy. As much as some of us enjoy worrying, this worrying has never done anything good for us. Worrying about health problems, financial problems, or simply getting older will not keep them happy. But I have to admit, there's one thing I worry about. I just can't stop worrying about it. This is my new reality. That the things I used to do all night long, now it takes me all night long to do. Now back to my story. Fear and worry have always been my greatest enemies. Summer semester 2010, I'm a student at Miami-Dade College when I decided to become a motivational speaker. As always, fear and worry show up to challenge my plans. The question is, will I succeed this time? I'm embarrassed to tell you how many jobs I've had, how many businesses I've tried. I've owned several video production companies and a public relations company. I had a lunch wagon. In Miami, we call it a roach coach. I had a barbecue restaurant called Stuffings. Come get your stuff at Stuffings. I was a real estate agent, a bartender. I even tried to be a model one time. I was a DJ on the radio. People would call in and say, "What's your name?" Because I never said my name. All I said was the station ID and the time. This is WMBM. It's 12 o'clock midnight in the Magic City. Do you know where your parents are? I tried to start a limousine service, a cable television channel, and it's a lot more that I don't even remember. But through it all, it taught me a lot of lessons. And here I am again, 58 years old, and starting all over again. This isn't the first time I've had these challenges. There have been better days than this, and worse days than this. But guess what? I did it before. I'm going to do it again. I will be successful. Now, a great way to pave the way to your happy life is to take control of your destiny. Instead of allowing things to happen to you, take the time to create a picture of what you want your ideal life to look like. I encourage you to listen to your feelings. Don't ignore them. Pay close attention to them for direction in life. A lot of people ignore their gut feelings and end up making poor choices. This leads to setbacks that could be avoided. By just paying attention to the way you feel, you can find the right direction in both your personal life and your career as well. Now, it took me a long time to learn and listen to my feelings. This was real hard, because I grew up at a time when real men didn't have feelings. At least we didn't admit to them. Because we had cool cars, fancy clothes, and Soul Train to mask our feelings. But now that I understand the program, I know that if I have a thought or take an action and it feels good, then I'm headed in the right direction. If not, I need to step back, take another approach, another solution. So we just explored 3 of the secrets to your happy life. Learn from your mistakes. Don't worry, be happy. Listen to your feelings. As I close, I want to leave you with one more story. 3 sons leave home, go out into the world and prosper. Getting back together, they brag about the great gifts they were able to give their elderly mother. The first son says, "I built a big house for Mama." The second one says, "I sent her a Mercedes in the driveway." The third one smiles, says, "I got you both beat. You know how much Mama loves to read the Bible? And she can't see that well anymore. So I got her this remarkable parrot. It can recite the entire Bible. It took the elders of the church 12 years to train him. He's one of a kind. All Mama has to do is say a chapter and a verse, and the parrot will recite it." So it's Mother's Day, and all the sons are home, and one asks, "How did you like the gifts?" "Gerald," she says to the first son, "this house you built is so huge. I only live in one room, but I gotta clean the whole house." Milton, she says to the next son, I'm too old to travel, and I rarely use the Mercedes, and that driver is rude. Dear Donald, she says to the third son, you sure know how to make your mama happy. That chicken was delicious. You see, your happy life is an inside job. So, turn to the person next to you, look them in the eye, and remind them your happy life is an inside job. Turn to the person on the other side of you, look them in the eye, and convince them that your happy life is an inside job. You see, you can have a happy life. And remember, Herb told you so.